we're going to learn, we're going to do this with both sit and down, is we want to incorporate a stay. So a sit and a down are pretty much useless if your dog just sits and gets back up. We want there to be some duration so that whatever reason we're putting them in a sit or a down, it's useful. So Storm is already sitting here. So I'm going to use the word stay. This is not something that you have to do. If you can go through these same movements, these same steps, and once your dog sits, do these steps, and it's going to become part of the sit skill. What does that mean? That means you're going to tell your dog to sit, and they're going to stay until you tell them to get up. However, if you have a tendency to say the word stay, just because that's how we're programmed, I'm that way, I grew up telling my dog to stay, you don't want to say a cue and not have the dog understand what you're saying. So if you're going to say it naturally, go ahead and teach it. And it's very simple. The only thing different that we do is we say the word before we move around. So you'll see what I'm talking about. She's in a down. You're going to do the same thing with a sit or a down. It doesn't matter. So if I have just told her to lay down and I want to use the word stay, I'm going to say stay. And then I'm just going to do little movements, nothing big. Yes, she stayed for the duration of me moving around, so I mark her and I give her the reward. Stay. And you want to keep your movement really small at first because you want your dog to be successful. It's not about them breaking the stay, it's about them staying in the stay. The more they're reinforced, the quicker they're going to learn. Stay. Yes. Stay. Yes. So you notice I'm very calm. I'm not moving very fast, and I'm keeping the stay very short. So I'm not walking across the room. I'm not, standing here expecting her to stay for a long period of time. All of that's important at first. Your dog's going to get it. Your dog's going to be able to stay for longer periods of time. But right now, they're in the learning phase, and they're going to be that way for quite some time. So there are two triggers that can really trigger a dog to get up. Some dogs are more easily triggered than others. So it could be, if you walk, if you move, I've seen dogs pop up. So again, don't forget about that continuous rate of reinforcement. So if you have a dog that's having a hard time with stay, you might want to not move around at first. Just work on the duration part, just keeping them down. And the way you would do that is just you have them down. Yes. And put that treat on the floor if they're laying down too. Yes. Yes. All right. And then don't forget to release them. Okay. You want to release them before they get up. The other two things that can trigger your dog are when you turn your back to them and walk away, and when you go out of sight. So when you get to the point, and I wouldn't do this right away, but when you get to the point of wanting to turn and walk away instead of walking away backwards, what you're going to do is you're going to start out just doing partial turns. Stay. Yes. Stay. Yes. You see what I'm doing? I'm just taking little steps toward turning, yes, all the way around, okay? And then you can start taking a step. Stay. Yes. The other thing is going out of sight. So when you go out of sight for the first time, make sure you're somewhere close by your dog. And what you're going to do is you're going to find a wall that you can, maybe an entrance way where you can just pop in and out of. And it's literally that fast. It's stay, pop out of sight, pop back in sight, come and reward. Okay? So it's that fast. Then you can start adding some time to it. Good job, Storm. Okay. Good job. Good girl.